With midterm rental insurance, we have the ability to keep more in our pockets for the less amount of headaches, and that is why we've completely transitioned away from Airbnb. But there is a caveat to that, and I want to share that in this video. So if you're not familiar with what the midterm rental insurance model is and why we've completely gone 100% all in and have turned the page with Airbnb, it's one of few things. One, it's because the Airbnb guest is completely different than the avatar that we serve in the midterm rental insurance space. If you are not familiar with the midterm rental insurance space, I want to highlight that it is one of the most rewarding areas you can be in to serve and be highly compensated for doing so. The reason why we're highly compensated in our marketplace is because we are serving and solving a big problem in our marketplace. If you look at the way the marketplace is built when it comes to the MTR space, not midterm rentals, all midterm rentals are created equal. As a matter of fact, we're in a very specific niche where we like to actually specifically serve large families with pets when they are displaced due to unforeseen events. And for that reason, because let alone around the marketplace, if anywhere you go, whether you go Furnish Finder, Airbnb, and you try to filter for pets, you will see that the denominator automatically gets cut in half. That's right, slash 50% of the inventory is gone because most individuals do not want to host and deal with the headaches of dealing with pets and their smell and the hair and the extra cleaning and the urination, you name it. But because we understand that there's a very big demand for temporary housing when it comes to these families who have their pets, we understand that the alternative will cost them a fortune. Let alone if you do the exercise of having in Georgia, as an example, it's $12 an hour to have to put a pet in a kennel. If you have 4 dogs and you multiply that, we've seen anywhere in excess for 30 days. We've seen anywhere go from $9,600 a pop just for the pets only. That's with 4 dogs, and there's multiple families with a lot of pets. Now, beyond all those things, here's why the STR versus MTR. We choose MTR all day long. Here's the reason why. MTR stands for midterm rentals. STR stands for short-term rentals. Well, let's put the avatar side by side, and I want you to see it here for yourself, right? When we're talking about the STR guests, they pay a premium for a short amount of time, while the midterm rental insurance guest is paying a premium for a long period of time. This creates these two critical things that impact. If you're currently getting value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it and continue on with the gems in this video. Us as hosts, when it comes to having the peace of mind that is the reason why we got into this business in the first place. When you pay a premium for a short amount of time, anything that goes wrong, which it's not a matter of if things will go wrong, it's a matter of when things go wrong, like a water heater going out, or the water is not getting cold or not getting warm and it's cold, or the Wi-Fi goes out. All these issues, when they do come up, because they will, from experience, you host long enough, they'll come up. All these issues are magnified because if you're booking for 3 days and you spent a premium and you're there with your family, you expect things to be perfect. And if you've ever hosted or you're going to start hosting, trust me when I say that there will be that guest that will find anything wrong. It's only a matter of time if you've been hosting that you're going to experience a guest that just finds everything that is wrong with your property, causing headaches, causing phone calls, causing messages to the Airbnb app. As soon as they check in, they start sending photos in. If you've ever been in that position, it's a position of anxiety because you don't know what's going to come next. And typically what happens when you find one thing that's wrong, you're going to find a bunch of other things not wrong. It's just human nature. And because of that reason, because it's a short stay, everything is magnified. Whereas when you're in the midterm rental insurance space, first of all, while they are paying a premium, not the family, the insurance is paying on behalf of them. Any issue that is, again, maybe even the same issue you would face on the short-term rental side, like the Wi-Fi going out, the water not getting hot enough. Well, because you're staying for 3 months or 30 days or 2 months or even 6 months, when you can send the guy or the gal on Monday to fix it and it's a Sunday or a Saturday, they're okay with it because it's not as magnified as a short-term stay, because everything is magnified. And during a long-term stay, every little thing is actually minimized, because from a long period of time, you're housing them. They all understand that they actually had few alternatives. And at the end of the day, that problem can get solved over a long period of time, which then makes the problem less small, which then leads to less headaches for you, because there's less anxiety, there's less pressure to you as the host. Now, if you hear what I'm saying here, this is actually the thing that is the difference maker between, not all money is created equal, right? If you get a premium for a short-term stay and you get a premium for a long-term stay, lo and behold, let the record show that there will be more pressure on the side of if something goes wrong. And it's really when, because it's not if, it's when. So now, when you think about the avatar too, is rightfully so, the avatar on the short-term rental slide / aka the Airbnb side, they're coming for a want, not a need. Meanwhile, the midterm rental insurance guest is coming for a need, not a want. They need a place to stay. They need a place to relocate with their pets. They need a place to stay while their home is being repaired. They need a place to stay while their home is currently flooded. They need a place to stay while their home is currently being rebuilt. They need a place to stay because there's literally a tree that cut their property in half and fell, and literally they have no place to live. There is a need, so therefore there is less sense of entitlement the way you see it on a short-term rental. However, there is more sense of gratitude. And when I say that, I'm not just talking theory, I'm talking from what I hear. These midterm rental insurance clients are super grateful. They thank you time and time again. They're coming from a place of need. It is not leisure, and it is fulfilling, because when you see the reviews that you're going to read, and when you get the feedback, or thank you so much for giving us a place to stay, thank you so much for allowing my family to be here while we figure this, while our home is being built, it is a place of warmth. It is completely fulfilling, and there's nothing like being able to serve somebody who feels exactly the same way and really is appreciative of the entire inventory that you're able to give them, the property, the home, everything. They appreciate about the detail, the amount of work that goes in. There's nothing worse than feeling like you've done all this work, you got the cleaning team, you got quality assurance, and as soon as the guest checks in on the Airbnb side, they're like, there's a hair. That hair could have come from the cleaner, it could have come from anywhere. The entire place could be perfect, and yet they focus on the little thing because everything is magnified, and there is a sense of entitlement because they're paying a premium for a short-term stay, and therefore the expectations have risen, and therefore again putting pressure on you and the team. There's many times where we've had to reimburse guests just to keep them happy, to protect the reviews. It is a high intense game to play that is not as fulfilling, and honestly creates a lot of the burnout that we see with guests who have been Airbnb hosts for such amount of time and have to be held to such a high standard, as high as one of a Hyatt, as high as one of a Marriott. And lo and behold, yeah, that's what it takes. But you can have the exact same product and be able to serve again for at in the same marketplace for a different avatar for even more amount of money. And so for those reasons is why we believe the midterm rental space is one where we truly and fully have gone in 100% on. And keep in mind, it's not just about the money. While the money is actually better in our case, in our market, but it is about you having that peace of mind that while a guest is staying there, there is a sense of gratitude on their end that they feel, and that you don't have to worry about them trying to literally message you every single hour, right? So for these reasons, any issues have a sense of urgency, puts more stress on you, the host on the Airbnb side, and while on the MTR side, there's have a larger window to address the issues and therefore have a lower level of stress. And that's what it's all about. Now, the STR space also, because of the high turnovers, demands more coordination, demands more of your time. While the midterm rental insurance spot, because of less turnovers, because they go in there and set it and forget it, they demand less of your time. Now, if you know anything about this space, you know that it's very critical for you to understand that from market to market, from asset, there is different amount of what you can charge per month with respect to what the home is worth. And that is how we value our worth and what we're able to charge a premium for on the midterm rental insurance side. So while I can confidently say that in our market, the midterm rental insurance money that we're able to generate is more than the short-term rental, it's a no-brainer because it is more money, less headaches, less turnovers, less stress, and more fulfilling. And for those reasons are the reasons why we've gone 100% all into the midterm rental insurance space and have closed the door on Airbnb. Now, there is a caveat to that because we still leverage Airbnb to get these type of inquiries to optimize for midterm rental longer stays and even insurance stays, because the relocation specialists and or the family themselves are still reaching out to us, leveraging one of the most popular OTAs in the world. But I say that to say this, that it is only a place of leverage. We do not depend on Airbnb. We leverage Airbnb. And if there's anything you should take from this video is that if you're looking for an alternative solution, if you're looking for an additional solution to what you're currently doing, get a little taste of it, optimize your property so that you can then lend the midterm rental insurance deals so that you can have that, again, peace of mind, higher sense of gratitude, and again, lower stress with higher peace of mind. If you got value from this video, make sure you download the midterm rental insurance blueprint. That is the foundational elements that we've taken to then be able to lend deals over and over again. And then I've been able to help, of course, multiple members in my community and our mastermind groups be able to do the same. If you got value from this video, make sure you click the why is coverage D critical in the midterm rental insurance place, because this will be instrumental for you to understand how the midterm rental insurance space can be a game changer and how much money you make in your marketplace based on the coverage D.